to an eagle, which will first survey what prey that it wants. Once it surveys, then it spots. Once they spot, then they zoom. After zooming, they die. So it's a process. So therefore, the pick is 100% sure. As against the hen which keeps on hitting the floor, not every time it gets the seed. Many a time what happens is, seeds सब बाजू फैल जाते हैं और जहाँ पर पैक करता हो आप खाली हो जाता हो. Because the force with it hits, other seeds just spread out and there is no man's territory वाला जगह पहुँचता. And this is what I waited to see. अरे यार ये हमेशा ये कागज तो मिलता है क्या इसको देखूं तो सही. जब आप देखोगे उसका स्पीड से वो सीड जो फैल जाता है ऐसा, और जहां पर मारता है चोच वहां पर कुछ नहीं होता, फिर उठता है फिर मारता है फिर उठता है. So it's continuously doing that. So 10 time मारेगा तो one time it gets, it's like that. Whereas the eagle, one time it spots, one time it zooms, one time it dives, one time it picks up. Because that is what we call it as the initial information of the patient. I repeat, the initial information of the patient should be, the doctor should be passive. घाई नहीं, बोलते जाते. मैं कम से कम 4 बार तो बोलूंगा और क्या और क्या और क्या और क्या. And then और क्या के टाइम में मैं सर्वे करते रहता हूँ ऊपर. Survey करते समय में there are 2 to 3 things I am getting, not necessarily every time you get one thing only. Then I mark that 2 or 3 things which are important. Then I compare that. I take one by one and compare the whole story. Is this word okay with the whole story? Does it look common? If it looks common, हटा इसको, 2 बचे. If both look alike, then out of these 2, which bothers you, Baba? If they say both, then one by one describe these 2 things. This homework will first allow you to spot and then describe this. Tell more about this. This is zooming. And as and when your zooming happens, you can clearly start seeing things, which makes nonsense for that for us, but for that person is totally sensible. Are you getting? This is the basic way how we have to go about it, like the eagle in the sky. And for that to begin with is aerial view. मैं क्या देख रहा हूँ पर्सन, ये पर्सन का पर्सनालिटी को क्या देख रहा हूँ. That is what we call as FIR. FIR. What all the person said, make a note each word. And in that word, if you see 2-3 things meaning the same, उसमें से 1-2 हटा दो. Same meaning रहा तो बार-बार लिखने की जरूरत है. Synonym like synonym words, remove. So you are remaining with only few words then. Wait for some more time. See, is there any sequence that forms with these words? And then keep it aside. उसका कुछ inference मत निकालना. Just this much work and keep it aside. Let's see. When we go further, many a time all these words make sense over there. As per what we saw yesterday, 139 footnote. Which are not audible because there are a lot of stories. These 8-9 what we got, FIR mein, are not audible clearly. When you go further down at the level of sensation and this thing, they become quite clear. Are you getting? Yes. Their notes become very, very clear, and that is the time when you start looking at the substance. And what Hanuman talks about, that is tracing the true picture of the disease. The picture of the disease is that substance that is being painted over there.